I believe that everybody has a gift. Every single human out there listening right now, you have a gift. I know what it's like. And I know what it's like to tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna start on Monday. And then for the next 5 days, you gorge yourself, or you're extra lazy, or you treat yourself extra much because you know you're gonna do it this time. And this time I'm serious, and this time I'm for real, and I'm gonna get it done. Except you're not. And you know you're not. And if you really want it to change, and if you really want to make a change, and you really want to be different, and you really want it to be this time, start fucking now. Isn't the reason that most people are where they are because they are consistent in doing the wrong things? Is it really consistency that matters, or is it consistency in the right actions that matter? When you think about consistency, being consistent is pretty much why you are exactly where you are now, wherever that may be. If you are consistent and you're consistently doing the right things, there is nothing that can stop you from being where you want to be. Consistency only matters in a positive way when you're doing positive things to move you forward. And that's no different for you. So when we think about consistency, understand that we're talking about being consistent with the right actions. If you want to be great, if you want to be one of the best that's ever fucking lived at what you do, you have to understand that it's about developing our own skills. It's about developing our own style. 30 years ago, 20 years ago, we didn't have Instagram. We couldn't watch people, but now we get to see what everybody's doing. And our tendency as humans is to emulate the style or the personality or the way that someone speaks or the way they do their content and all these different things. But here's the thing that you don't understand, is that by doing this, you are actually keeping yourself from becoming great, because the most that you could ever be when you do these things is a watered down, lesser version of what someone else is doing. And how do you know that your own style and your own way of doing things isn't going to be greater than all of those things that you watch? You cannot be great being a lesser version of what already exists. You can only be great when you execute against your own potential and do your own development. It's about developing our own selves. I've fucked up every single thing. I made every wrong decision. I've been embarrassed. I've been ashamed. I've been frustrated. I've been angry. I've lost a lot. The best thing that happened to me was I started losing real early. That allowed me to pay attention to the shit that didn't work and to take those lessons and put them into my skill set, into my toolbox. The people watching this video, people who win big consistently, value the loss. They value the loss more than they value the win. If you really give a fuck what everybody else thinks, you're never gonna make it anyway, okay? You're gonna be embarrassed. You're gonna get made fun of. You're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna feel like it's unfair. All these things are gonna happen to you regularly for a long time until they stop. And you know when they stop? When you've accumulated enough skills, which means you had to take enough losses.
If you look at a situation emotionally that's frustrating and you're not where you want to be, you can oftentimes talk yourself out of it by saying, this is never going to work, blah, 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 and give yourself all the negative ammunition you need to shut it down. And that comes from a place of emotion, not logic. The reason most people fuck up is because they do that too soon when they're highly charged emotionally. So they get emotional, they get excited, frustrated, scared, whatever it is, panicked. And what happens is they never give themselves the time to allow the plan to actually materialize. Are we just frustrated and then we're changing? Or is there a real logical reason to change the plan down the road? Take all the emotion off the table, all right? You have to evaluate, readjust, and then execute. And that can only be done when you're unemotional. In your weak state, all right, your not finished state, you are mentally capable and strong enough to make that change now. You cannot be stopped. Becoming undeniable is the only skill you need to remember. If you want to win and you want to guarantee success, and you want to guarantee that you are going to get where you want to get, because that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants the guarantee. That's why they ask so many questions. You know, they say, how long is it going to take? What's the best way to get here? What's this? What's that? And they analyze all these different things. The problem is for most people is they come to a point where they are overwhelmed by the information. If you want to be great, if you want to get the recognition, if you want to get fucking paid, if you want all of the things that you dream about, there is only one way to guarantee that you will have those things. Only one. And that is becoming so fucking good at what you do, no matter what it is you do, that it is undeniable that other people recognize how great you are. And the great thing about this concept, it is not limited to having to do something that everybody thinks is worthy. Because becoming undeniable is not something that sticks with you in a certain role. Any place that you are put, you will put in the work, you will learn the skills, you will improve your arsenal to become the undeniable best in that role. And if you have that attitude, it doesn't matter if you're cooking French fries or you're making $10 billion business deals. You are going to be the absolute best that you can fucking be, and there's nothing that can stop you. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what race you are, what gender you are. But I promise you, for every excuse you can make, there are literally thousands of people who had it harder than you that have done what the fuck you want to do. There is nothing that can stop you when you become so skilled that every single person around you sees that and it recognizes that. And that is a habit. That is not a gift. That is something that you can create. It's a skill you can learn. So develop the skill of becoming undeniable if you really want to guarantee your success. Stop thinking about this formula or that formula or this formula over here or what this guy says or what that guy says, because the truth is we expect to see some differences literally immediately. It's just not the way it works. I had to force myself past that feeling of thinking I can never do this. This is going to be really hard. How long is it going to take? When am I going to be done? Just trust me on this. You haven't lived the side where you look in the mirror yet and you say, holy, I'm so proud of that person. You haven't lived it yet. You have to listen to people who have gone through that journey, and they will tell you how much better their lives are in literally every way. And there's not a way my life isn't better. Not a way. There's not a single way. All right? I have total confidence. I truly believe I would go back and do all of those things over again 1,000,000 times over if it meant I would be where I'm at today and know how capable I am of becoming what I need to become at this point in my life.